Hey guys, I have a new video here and I wanted to show you some new stuff that I found. But before I do that, I want to explain something here. That we have a theory called plate tectonics, and it basically says that we have continents sitting on plates, and that these plates are pushed apart here at the mid-Atlantic ridge, this east and west, and then somehow we have subduction zones though up here at the north, because somehow it must turn and push it up here. And that these subduction zones, plates go to die. So basically, these plates are being recycled and then rebuilt. That's what their theory is. And what I want to show you is that there's a ton of evidence that says that this cannot be true. And the reason why this is evidence that says it can't be true is because in plate tectonics you can't have areas sit on top of other areas and match. Because if they're being made here at the mid-Atlantic ridge and being pushed east and west, these are basically brand new. And then the old gets murdered as it slides under the other plate here. So this recycling does not account for plates sitting on top of one another. And the way I can prove that this is the case is by simply showing you that they match when they sit on top of one another. It's that simple. But these matches, though, they do more than just discredit plate tectonics. They actually show you in images of the Earth's creation, because that's what they are. The surface features of our planet are images of what made it, and what made this planet is sitting at its core. Because really nothing else really makes any sense than that once you see my evidence. So let me show you my evidence. So most of you know that my last couple videos were on the Marianas Trench right here, which is claimed to be a subduction zone. So basically, this is where the Pacific plate is going to die, I guess. It's sliding under here and it gets melted and then comes back out as volcanoes and maybe new material for new plates, according to the theory of plate tectonics. But let me just show you something. When I take this Marianas Trench, I've been lining it up with features because it has reoccurring patterns that match it everywhere. You could say this is a reoccurring pattern of it, and so is this. Everything is basically. So let me show you what happens when I match it up with its reoccurring pattern. One of its reoccurring patterns is here, of course, this gouge. See how it fits in there? This is also a reoccurring pattern of it. And the reason I know that this is because of this match right here with Greenland. You can see that the shape is the same, and then it fits right into there like a puzzle piece. Perfect, actually. Probably revealing some of the structures underneath the snow. And what I wanted to show you is that by lining this up here, you can see other alignments too. You can see how it fits right over too. It just fits real snug and everything everywhere. You can see that if I move this alignment down here more, you can see that this area lines up with this. Like that. But sorry about moving it back and forth. I'm trying to do this differently. I've gotten some good advice on how to make better videos and I'm having a hard time following it because of old habits. But what I notice is when I line that up, you can see that this area right here that I claim is from twisting. And that's the other thing I want to point out, is that with these reoccurring patterns come reoccurring themes. And in the reoccurring theme that I see in these patterns is that there's a twisting and a pulling apart. And I happen to think that this is probably the magnetic fields creating the north and the south pole of this planet, because it makes sense to me actually that way. And that's what I think these images are. And you can see that the twisting and then I'll line this up here. It seems to fit right in there. Like that especially. This looks like the mirror image of this actually. You see how that looks like that, and then this looks like this. It looks like they may have brought this out, and this is the twisting, and this is the creation, the very image of probably the creation of our planet. I'm guessing. Also, I want to point out how, see this triangle shape right here? Fits right over this, as this fits in this triangle area. And we got this lining up. You can see when you zoom in that the spacing here is the same on both layers with these features. The islands here, whatever, these right here, I'm claiming that these are related to Birkeland currents. That's why that they're spaced apart evenly and stuff. And that's something I can explain better in another video, I guess. See how it still matches like that, the dots and stuff. Alright, and then you can see that the Marianas Trench is obviously related to the gouge that is the Hudson Bay. And look at the markings here, and this whole design right here, how it fits right. It just kind of swoops in here, and you can see that this is that spinning and rotation right here, or swirls and ejections. And you can see that the swirling here is somehow related to this giant volcanic island, it looks like. See how it fits around it? See how it fits in here? Now, if there's plates here, why would that match up like that? And it does. Look at, then to prove it, you got this little space right here. Watch, let me move it out. You got this space right here. You can see that it fits in here. And then you can see that when I move it over, there's that triangle. This fits in there too. Swirling, and then you got rotation. Look how it fits right over here. And then a recurring pattern of it right here. You see how that works? This is stuff that's completely ignored by geologists and plate tectonics altogether. Why would you ignore something like this? I mean, think about it. Here's that twisting right here taking place. It fits in there too. See with that triangle, like a bow tie. Like a bow tie being twisted and pulled apart. You see the bow tie shape right here? And then you see what looks to be like the part that pulled away. And you can see where, and it left you a trail. Wonder where that trail goes. But let me show you something that's really cool about this. Now, if this matches up so well here, what I do then is I will rotate both layers here and see what matches up over here, because I can see some stuff right here. I would like a better straight-on shot and see what it is. So here you can see this is what we were looking at, and there's North America. You can see I've taken North America and I've rotated it more so it's straight on here. And then I've taken the overlay right here and rotated it the same amount. So when you look at it, you can see this is what it's centered on. When I put this over here, you could see that now we're looking at this from this angle, and you can see that this is centered on it. And this is how I get my initial alignment, because I want to look for stuff that's related to one another. And right off the bat, you can see that, well, here's the Mississippi, right? the delta. Well, why would this match up with that? If there are plates under here that are being created and destroyed. See, look. You can see the little right there, and then you can see right here, and here. I line them up, you can see that these other features seem to match. As a matter of fact, you can see how old can this planet be, seriously, if I can match stuff up that good. Look, I bring it down again, and you can see it realign up again with other features. Great Lakes. That's where it goes right there for now. And then you can see, you know, some of this discoloring matching up. But what's really trippy is you got Yellowstone Park right here. And you look, you got this right here. First of all, matching up to the California basin as if it was what blew it out, right? You don't believe me? Look at the markings in here. You can see down here. You can see how it pops out, where this pops out right here and here, I think. Oh, it goes like that. Look, totally. See? See how just when I get it right where it needs to be, it matches in? You can see that this blew out right here. See how the line right here makes way for this as it's like part of it. And then look, look how it matches here. As I move it around, you can see the matching. And I always said that these areas are recurring patterns from Yellowstone Park. As a matter of fact, all of this is from Yellowstone Park. Even the Grand Canyon is related to Yellowstone Park. But look at the matching. And then I bring it over here to Yellowstone Park, and you can see that the matches right here and here. I mean, come on. And it's moving. See how it matches again? And again. And again. Because I believe these are images of our planet's core as it's being replicated into the matter that the core was pushing. See how the matches? The marks right here. And then here. And then you can guess what Hawaii is. It's the same thing. Except for you rotate it around and flip it. Actually, you flip it. Because with this model, that's how these features are going to come out. They're going to come out reversed, or they're going to match either way. They're going to match reversed or the other way because, well, because it's a three-dimensional thing that we're trying to look at in 2 dimensions. So you'll have to match things up reversed a lot, but it's okay. You can't do that in plate tectonics because plates don't allow for things to flip over and reverse. But that's only because plate tectonics can't be right. Look at the Gulf of Mexico, how it plays into the recurring pattern that was just now lined up with the Mississippi. You see how they're all everything on this planet is a recurring pattern, and they're all related to one recurring pattern. And because of this, these images are going to match over and over and over again, even when they don't look alike. See how it matches from here, right there, to the Mississippi, to right there. You see how okay, so I just want to make this point clear, because I want to do now, I want to take this, I did that this way, now I want to roll this the other way and show you what happens. Okay, so here's the straight on shot that we started with originally, and I rolled it this way, and then if I roll it this way, you can see that here's Greenland. Greenland's now over here, and you got this on this overlay, and here it is over here, over there too now. So I'm going to put it there, and then of course you saw how this fits over Greenland right here, in the so here it is right there, close to center, you know, close to being where it is. And when I do that, I want to show you something about these alignments here with India. Here's India right here. Now look how it looks like it fits again right here. Okay, you got, let me show you something about these two areas here. India's got these markings right here. You see that it looks like a hexagon. You see some dots. You see all kinds of, looks like all kinds of drama happened here. Well, I want to show you that it lines up with this and what this means. So here you got this, and here's those markings. Now let me just move it so I know where it's gonna match right there. See how it fits right in? You got this rounded part fitting right here, this other rounded part. And when it does, you can see that there's this island underneath and right here, and you got these markings right here on the layer above that tie into it. You can see how it fits right into it like that, and it might even move with that like that. That's how this works. And so you can see that there's another arch. So when that's lined up there, you can see this round part right here line up with that feature right there. See? You see how this can be proven forensically? I mean, only so many of these things need to line up for it to be a match, and when they all line up, well, it's solid. Look at the, just look how everything fits around it. What I'm thinking is that when you look next to here, you see this gouge. If I can move this. And I'm claiming that India is one of the images of the vortex that I believe is what created our planet. It even looks like a vortex. But when you line it up here, that gouge right there makes you think that that would be the hollow part inside the vortex. And that what I'm claiming is this is an overspill, and it's coming out, it came out of this Tarim crater right here. And you'll notice that this gouge heads in that direction basically when this is lined up. Actually, it heads, these are all related to the, hold on. This Tarim basin is a recurring pattern of this overspill, and this even is, these all fit in there. So this whole area is basically is tied in with that tunnel right here. You can see how strong this is with the markings right there when I line them up. I mean, especially this dot. I mean, this, how it, you can see that this is going deeper, and you can see that this dark spot is obviously related to that, like right there. And the other ones line up too. And then look how the features fit over the top. They tell the story. Look at Italy's boot. I've already pointed this out before, but I didn't know about the rest of this. The Himalayas are responsible for the features on Italy right here. You can see it, that it must have been pulled away. It was sitting on top of here, and it's been pulled away when the planet increases in size. But look at the matching. There's no way to prove that that's not true, because this match is so good. You can even see that this little notch right here seems to be lining up with where the water is running off of the Himalayas. You see how it fits into the feature right there? And match the features here. I showed how the overspill also plays into the Italy's boot when you bring it in. Watch if I can do this right. You got this triangle area here and this triangle area here, but Italy has got a triangular area right here. Watch what happens when you match them up. You can see the flow here. You can literally see how it hits what's a giant island or whatever. What is it? Right here. See it? Watch, let me back it up. You can see how it's affecting the flow. Here's India fitting into here. And when it does, if you look over to the right here, you can see Iceland. So if I go back over here to this shot, let's take a close look at Iceland here. You can see it's lining up with these features. See how you got the two. Like that, look. You can see that this is related. Look how it lines up with the markings here. The thing about Iceland is that it has these bizarre peninsulas just everywhere, and it looks like a heart to me. And it doesn't really look like the other continents, but I'm finding its markings all over the ocean bottoms. From the North Pole all the way down to the South Pole next to Antarctica, I can find its matching marks. But see it, look at the features line up. You see that? See these two arms right here and these two arms? Just like that, they match. This is where Iceland was made, right here. See the spinning that took place, and then you got the arms here connecting. See? Look at that. How did I not see this before? There it goes, fitting everywhere. And here we go, right here. See the matching? I don't know, I think this is a pretty incredible find, but but I'm getting pretty tired now. So I think this will be the end of the video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I have some more incredible stuff coming real quick.